Well, hello there. This is Melak, and welcome to... I'm back onto Outward. Because, boy, it's been a fun... It's been one of them months, really. Though, to be fair, at the moment, feeling really good, so... Yeah, let's see if this game can destroy my mood. It was not the cause originally. As long-time viewers will know, my brain and my emotions are not exactly, they don't cooperate. Oh, I've got one of these in my house. Huh. I have no idea why all the weird painted, decorated skulls and skulls made from different materials is a thing in this world, but apparently it is. It probably has a very... like a stated significance, but we've got little wood logs, but there's no fireplace. You would have thought with such a large, luxurious room, you'd have your own fireplace, but apparently not. What are the other rooms like? I bet you can't even get it. Oh no, you can. It is identical in every way, including the way that the two things, there's a spike through the top, the left one with the mouth wider open, and the other one's got the rope wrapped around it and the mouth is sort of more closed. Oh, and there's still the same banner, the bucket's in the same location, and we can actually get out into the streets that way. But yeah, I'm gonna double check that my memory of... Wait, I thought... Am I going insane? What the I guess you can't get in them if you haven't paid. And now I've officially not paid. So I guess that was the magical doors that close. Ooh. But yes, it is in fact an inn, which is yeah, I thought I'd treat myself, you know? Treat myself to a little stay in the inn while I was... I don't know where I have actually... Oh, I've come out up here. That actually makes sense, kind of. I'm just randomly carrying a bundle of cloth or something. Yeah, some sort of hides, maybe. Ooh, no, that's not the stairs. But yes, magically closing doors. This intrigues me. I've forgotten everything. Like, what I was in the middle of doing, whether or not I have to sell anything. I've got plenty of water, I've got plenty of bandages, I could do with some more teas, but I can make them on the go. Random alpha Tonosaur tail, because why the hell not? It's a little bit weighty, but it is what it is. 64. That's not terrible, but... also not ideal, but it is what it is. I'm going to put a cold stone in here, and I guess, I mean, to be honest, at this point, I probably can just put all of the firestones in here, because I won't be really swapping anything anymore, because I would keep a bit of space in my pocket for when I'm swapping my shield to put my, my book out, but I don't need that now. Well, it wasn't exactly a month, Jessa. It really wasn't. It was more like just... Technically, it was only 2 Outward episodes that were missed out. I think the cold stones are made from thick oil and mana stones. We've still got loads of money. I mean, it's loads when you think about the fact that I've unlocked all of the things. I'm pretty sure it's all of the things I've unlocked at this point. Yeah, half a month. Exactly. Not a whole month, half a month. I am going to head towards my home, drop off some things, and start looking at getting some enchanting done, maybe put some, actual effort into that side of things. And if I remind where are my notes? Because I had my magic notes and stuff, like This is what I should do in a fight. These are the sigils. And scribbliness. What did I scribble on here? That's nothing to do with sigils. That's other notes. So there's my combat checklist. And I think these are my... Let me have a little look. That's... things. Freya, no. Literally, the desk is covered in things. There's no space for you here. Oh, here we go. Lantern, sword, trap. No, that's just a normal one. Where the fuck did I write down my combinations? I mean, I know I can wiki them, but I kind of like the fact that I took the notes myself. Know what I'm saying? Nah, I'm saying. Oh, here we go. So, okay. So basically, we bring up the... So Faldas was the lantern. And then the lantern plus Falshim. Yeah, because Falshim... See, there's Fal. And then... Oh no, enemy! Shim! Bzzzt. Oh, look at that! So many good zappies. Q is my barrier thing, which if it successfully blocks an attack will give me discipline. I've also got the discipline skill somewhere. I don't know, somewhere. Meow. There. Focus, which gives me discipline. And with discipline I can use the chakram. Now I changed my chakram so that E I think is the basic bitch one. That's the one with a low cooldown, so I can use it more often. But then R is the big one that like dodges me backwards a bit, which was really, really cool. Well, Zachary, cats do what cats want to do. They don't exactly follow the rules. I mean, I don't think they even understand what rules are. There's actually a bit of a psychology behind that, cats versus dogs. I could mess with those guys and zap them. Question is, the Runic Lantern's got a good few minutes left on it. And then, you know, obviously we can... Do-do-do-do-do! Des Egoth. And Shim Egoth. And then I am going to do the old Faldas again. Ah, yeah. Hey, buddies. You, Ow. I can't remember what the fuck I'm doing. I can't remember what the fuck I'm doing. Oh, and Shift Tab opens up bloody Steam, doesn't it? Okay, so I can't remember what I'm doing. You know when I had that little, thing. Oh no, that was that one. This is why I decide to fight something that is not new and powerful. I just have to be sensible about things. Which I'm not being. Oh, you've got swords. Swordy. Come on. Okay, that was way too close. But, you know, I am what I am, which is not very good at this game. That's what I am. Really not very good at this game. Jesus. That's the problem, you see, having a break. Not that I wanted a break. Not that the break was... Am I really that overburdened already? Holy shit. Yo, it's my pocket because my backpack's all the way over there. God damn it. Yeah, that's what I am. Almost dead. In fairness, again, I'm like not good at the game and I've had a break. I think it's not, for me at least, this is not the sort of game I should have long breaks from. Or any break from, really. It's one of those things where, and bear in mind, I don't want to play it. I don't want to do multiple streams a week, but I don't know. I just feel like, I feel like I need to play this in a different way. I think this would have been better as a series, not a live stream. Because I'm just really crap every time I play it. Oh my goodness. Yeah. Oops, no, well, I mean, bandaging again is not a big deal. I mean, just all of them. No, I'm not going to become dedicated. Like, I doubt I will beat the game. You know, complete the game. Whatever completing the game actually is. But there is a part of me that feels like I should turn it into a recorded series. You know? Because then I can play it, like, and stay on top of it a bit. Do you know what I mean? But then it might end up with, like, Astronauts, where I don't think I'll know what I'm doing when I pick it up again. But that's another issue. I should probably heal. Oh, there was a heal, wasn't there? Hang on. So, what was it? The protection with Des-Agoth. And then the heal was Agoth Des. Jeez, it's so good as well. The amount that heals is kind of bonkers. Echoes of Mistral? No, I've not. I think I briefly saw like a mini trailer for it or something. But I've not actually played it or seen it like properly. Bad people up ahead. So, I should really write down. Bear with me, guys. Because I need to write down properly on one sheet what things are. So, we have, when we've got the lantern, we then have Foul Shim. Foul Shim. And that's some kind of lightning bolt thing. When I have the protection up, I can do... I'm reading it because I don't want to... Agoth Des, which is basically the opposite. Agoth Des... And that's basically a heal, which is super awesome. While I have the sword up, now I'm unlikely to ever use this particular thing. While I have the sword up, I can use Shim Agoth, which is basically the same thing again, just repeat it. But I want to do this in its completion. Big sword. And finally, once the trap is up. Shim. Makes it explode. Unlimited power. And then it kind of like sort of detonates it, doesn't it? Detonate. So that's that. And I'll get my highlighter pens out and highlight the thingies with them. Okay. Do I have anything nom related? Like other than I need to make some travel rations actually, to be fair. The turnips are actually you can make good stuff out of those from what I remember. Now I need to be sensible. I need to get a sigil up, I need to drop my backpack, like I need to use my runes, I need to have a drink. Like I need to do all of the things. Which is, you know, important. So drop the backpack. There we go. The trap, you see, that has an incredibly long timeout, so we don't really care about that. We need to have a little sippy sip, which is the backpack. Go on, guys. You know me. Sippy sip. I don't actually have any meals as such. Which is a shame. I need to cook myself some tasty meals. And then we've got sigils, make sure my health is good. My health is alright, but it's not going to hurt just to have a little bandage. Yeah, okay. Wind sigil. Yeah, zappies. Or, I mean, that was not a bad shot, because I can't lock onto them from here. The sigil, I think, was way too soon. But it's nearly... No, it's not nearly recharged. That's the other thing that's nearly recharged. Mana regeneration. What mana regeneration stuff? I ain't got shit. Like, food is not something I have right now, unfortunately. I mean, it definitely looks a lot more stormy than windy. That is true. I mean, I'm definitely going to have to, you know... How long does the water effect last? Like, not really that long. Maybe I should just have the fire sigil. I mean, I don't really use the sigils, the other sigils much anymore. Oh yeah, the things. Again, I've not done things correctly. Foul, Egoth. No, Foul Des. Then you've got Des Egoth. And then the Shim Egoth is the sword. Damn it! Damn it, I didn't get to use my block. Damn it, why? So that didn't bloody work. He swung at me and it didn't bloody connect. I tried to block, but it didn't work. the little, I'd forgotten the sigil was a different sigil. That was the main thing. That was funny. Yeah, the lantern lightning bolt thing is pretty nice. Getting a bit weighted down. Ooh, I don't want any of that crap. Yeah, that went a little bit better. I'm still, like I say all the time, rusty. Always fucking rusty I am. I do actually need to reduce the weight slightly of the thing, because the sword, when it goes in there when I summon the magic-y sword, yeah. None of them walked into that because I didn't lure them into it, but hey, you know, shit happens. Hey, well, Magic, how you doing? Good, I trust. Nearly died already. But you know me. You know me. But, you know, just doing magic things, blowing people up with lightning bolts, that kind of stuff. The usual. Speaking of blowing people up with lightning bolts, that looks like someone who wants to get blown up by a lightning bolt. Okay. So, we got Foul, Dez, then we got Dez, Eggoth, and we've got Shim, Eggoth. God damn it. Well, they're busy. Oh, Jesus. Oh, that guy's getting is well, he's getting his shit pushed in. Boomf. Hey guys, you I don't really want to blap them with an area effect zappy while they're fighting the innocent glowing. Oof, Jesus. Oh god, that guy just got wrecked. Yeah, they did not need to pick a fight with that fella. Know what I'm saying? Is it circling around? Look, dude, I'm not interested in you. I want to just loot their shit, okay? You go and have fun or whatever it is that you do. I mean, there really wasn't that much on them, to be fair. I mean, they're not normal deers, let's be honest. They're not normal deers. In fact, I don't think I've actually fought one before. Something to put on the list of things to do, perhaps. Let's look. That's definitely not the correct thing, is it? That is not the correct one. Hang on. Now which one? Stream? That. There we go. Good grief. No, we have no kitty cam. Yeah. She still hasn't decided exactly where she wants to be in life, you know. But then again, that's I kind of feel that way myself. But yeah. Yeah, she's not in this room. Either way. It's true though, Paigey. Where are we going? You know? But anyway. So what I would like is to, well, Monsoon to get skills That's done. The third breakout, that was done. Explore the forest, I've done, I guess. I just need to now put in, fight Alpha. That was weird. Can you guys, still see the stream? Oh yeah, there it is. What the hell is going on? Did that stop for you guys? That was weird. Anyway, fight Alpha Deer. That was odd. Like my system stalled briefly. Twas most unkind. That's fair, Delta. I mean, it's quite feasible. Well, I got more incense burners, so that's a thing that's been done as well. I found oh my god, I'm actually blitzing through these things. Because that hex thing is a cool recipe that I have. And I think that's back home, so... Yeah, because I'm not carrying anything, because I just did the thing. Yeah, okay. Well, it was find stroke make incense, because I didn't know what it was, so let's make it so that it's find stroke make. Okay. I think... Legoshi or Lucifer. I mean, neither of them are particularly... Lucifer's just too fucking silly. Like, he's too unsensible. Like, he has his moments, but he's just... Yeah. But Legoshi also is kind of... I don't know. He's a bit of a mess. Maybe... Legoshi is super, like, loyal. And very strong-willed, I guess. So I guess maybe Legoshi. But also Zachary makes a point. You know, when you're giving two male options, it leaves a lot of guys with very few options. I'm afraid. Zero if they're straight. Right. So, oh yeah, maybe we should hide the log as well. I remembered to do it myself. Oh, myself. Aren't I clever? No? What do you mean you don't hear me? Really? I mean, everything looks fine at my end as far as sound, or are you being figurative? Yeah, let me know. Someone let me know if you can actually hear me. Because if not... Did I go up to that tower? I actually don't rightly remember. I've not heard anything definitive from you guys as to whether or not you can hear me, so I'm guessing you... Wait. So, how about, can you hear me? Because it's like, I'm not getting anything. Nope. Not at all? That doesn't make sense. Because I can see... Oh, okay. Well, then it's up to you, Zachary. Your problem. There we go. I do like these stones. Ooh! Oh! Sorry. It's only just a regular old chest, not a supply chest. But a tiny aquamarine, I'll have that. Old lanterns can be valuable. A mining pick just to swap out the crappy one that I've got. That was nice. Oh, I'm glad I came this way. We got a ghost flower. But yeah, I want to go up to that ruin. Yeah, see if you can hear any sounds from like Windows sounds. I think I might have actually been up here before, but sometimes it's worth just wandering up here anyway, because, well, I mean, obviously there's another chest that I can search, which obviously is always a good shout. Come on, give me the... Here we go. Good grief. Oh, that's really not very good. I mean, I can sell some of these things, but not really that valuable items, really, are they? Well, I can see all of the equalizer bars on OBS on the other monitor. So, as far as OBS is concerned, it's transmitting my voice. But as far as other people, I don't know. Now, I think it was Valdez. It was Valdez. Good. Again, I'm trying to remember things. Ooh. The Dolmen Crypt. Crypts are never dangerous. Hang on, Pagey, let me... This is... Oh, then again, it will just... I mean, it looks like it's got some mana crystals. I like how the light is shining through my chakram, and the chakram is on the floor. That's kind of like a cool effect. Not gonna lie. Okay, first things first. Kiss, marry, kill. Oh my god, kiss, marry, kill, fuck. Lucifer, Charlie, Angel, Dust, and Nifty. Oh my god. I think we've done this one before, or at least something very similar. Nifty is... I mean, none of those are particularly... I mean, Charlie's alright, but she's a bit kind of... Like, she has her moments of being assertive, but she's just a bit weak. You know what I mean? Like, she has goals and dreams, and she wants to pursue them, but then, yeah. Have a little look. Guess where I go. I guess kill Angel Dust, because it does nothing. Oh, it'd be a wild time. I guess... I guess kill Lucifer, fuck Nifty, and marry Charlie, I guess? I don't know. I think it would be interesting to do stuff with Nifty, because that would be just fucking weird as anything. Okay, so we've got Spoopy Boys. What the fuck is that? Oh, is it another one of those elemental things? I think it is, because they've got like weird... It is. Okay. We, why am I doing that straight away? No, we do... First things first, we take a sippy. I'm also gonna just eat some of this, because I'm sure it'll give me something, I don't know. And then we drop that. Then, we do, Val, Des, Egoth, Shim, Egoth, It's coming up here. Oh, there's two of them coming up here. Okay. Ow! Come on! Get it! Come on! Do it! No mana! Shit! Could do with some mana. That's what I could do with. But I do have discipline now. And I've just done that without having anywhere near enough mana. I mean, I could try and take this thing with the sword. Oh, that's a homing one. I mean, these things aren't actually that tough. Oh, it didn't get me any stuff for the thing. Any stuff for the thing. You know what I'm talking about. It is a bit of an aberration. That is very true. What's this weird shit that I've got? This disease. Lyme disease or something it said. I don't know. What was it? Oh, lay wilt. Oh, my mana cost is high. Holy shit. But barrier +6. Isn't barrier the equivalent of protection, but for magic? I think barrier is just like a flat reduction of magical damage. Whereas protection is the same, but for, yeah, I know what I know of what I speak. Well, there's a dead dude. Ooh. I'm gonna eat this random white powder that I just snort the white powder. It's fine, Malik. Snorty. I'm surprised, Sigma, that YouTube let that word get typed. But yes, snorting random white powder that you find on random adventurers is probably not what I would call a wise course of action. Oh my god, I actually managed to jump through that gap. I've done some hacky. Mysterious lever! Well, let's grab things. Ooh, cold stones? Various things. Arcane robes. Really could do with oh my god, my mana's replenished after that, hasn't it? Foul gas. Well, let's pull it. What's the worst that could happen? Perhaps the worst that could happen is nothing. Perhaps that's the worst that could happen. Just let me look around if there's any, like, openings that weren't there before, but I'm not seeing anything. It could be like you visit both towers, there's levers in the basement, and once you've pulled both, something happens. I feel like I should go to the other abandoned tower, because A, could pull a lever, but B, you know, there'll be another elemental, perhaps. Yeah. Anyway, I'm going to take some of my tea. It's a weird new tea. So, I wanted another option for my evening drinking that, well, first things first, there's not booze, but I've got plenty of those, but no, the option I wanted, oh look at the spoopies coming out the ground. That's the thing where the thing will work, but only when this thing is thing. Yeah. The enchantment. Imerka Forest requires the spoopies in order to do the hex. Rainbow Hex enchantment or whatever it is. Hello, random dead person. Show me your soul. Nom 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 nom. There we go. I think I managed that basement reasonably well. Not that there was particularly powerful things in there, but I also could really do with curing this ley wilt. It sounds like the sort of thing that a wizard would get, and then that they would be unable to perform in bed ever again. You know? But I don't like the idea that everything is more expensive. In fact, weren't there things in the swamp that could cure ley wilt? Well, that's a thing. Oh, Dreamer's Root. I literally might be it. I'm gonna get the eyeballs out of this plant. Hello, weird eyeball plant. Give me your eyeball. Nom. Oh, and I got a little beetley dude. Basically, yes, erectile dysfunction, Sigma. That's what it sounds like. Crab eye is like that poison stuff, I think. But I got a beetle, so I'm happy with that. But yeah, I want to. I also need to stop before. I'm going to keep a lookout for butterflies, actually. Butterfly, because I want to camp. Now, there's a little stone up on this hill. That doesn't necessarily mean that there's going to be any butterflies there, but it gives me high ground, which makes me invulnerable. But also, more importantly, gives me there we go. Greater visibility was what I was going to say. And another little area, which I can explore on the morrow. On the morrow. On the morrow. So, I am directly... So, to the northeast is the tower. And here's a stump. I would say about there. Yeah, about there. What I'm going to do is can I just chop bits out of this tree? No. I'm going to go up to... I don't think there's any enemies that I can... Well, I certainly can't see any. I'm going to get a bit of this tree. I know I've already got a campfire made, but It's always better if there is wood available just to make another one. You know how it is. Oh god. Oof, well, that's expensive. Because of the ley wilt that I have. Still use magic though. It regenerates. It does regenerate over time, very, very slowly. So I'm fine with this. I'm not like distraught. Well, there's a tough boyo over there. So at the moment, I can make some mineral tea. Mineral tea. And bitter spicy tea. We like that. That's a lot of bitter spicy tea. Wasn't able to make anything else really, though. I'll figure it out. Need to get some more things. Should have killed that deer while it was weaker. Beetle minerals. Basically, yeah, Zachary, it is. Another thing to stop me getting laid. Oh boy. But oh yeah, I was gonna check the Dreamer's Root because I instantly cures ley wilt. Nom nom nom, nom nom nom. But I am now a little bit tired because, let's be honest, Dreamer's Root. There's a reason why it's called that. But now I'm a little bit tired. I'm not that tired. Yeah, look, 47%. That's basically nothing. I'm gonna keep it. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna drink some tea. Some tea. Burnt stamina, burnt health, burnt stamina. So that mineral tea, I'm gonna have some of that. It'll help with my health by quite a lot actually. And then I'm gonna just have a little rest. Just shit around, doing a bit of repairing. Let's see what happens if I do that much repairing. Exactly, Sigma. My ley is no longer wilting. It's still a bit fucking dark, but... Go back to sleep. Well, I'm not actually sleeping, so yeah, I will still be tired. I'm just sitting in there and repairing stuff. I actually have zero problem with keeping myself tired. It gives me more mana regeneration. Like, I already have a reasonable amount of mana regen. Hasn't healed my health, though. So I'll just bandage. It'll be fine, I'm sure. I will grab my pot. My pot! Now there was one of those heavy ghosts. You know what I mean? Like the purple ones are kind of like the single-handed weapon. They're not especially dangerous kind of ghosts. But there was one of the red ones. They're like got the two-handed pole on. They're significantly tougher. I was hoping there was a downward thing to explore here, but there isn't. That saddens me. there is a little buddy. Oh, he's buggering off. But, that said, I do have one of these. Damn it! Just gotta be tactical with these guys, you know? I don't think he was guarding anything, though. Like, there might be a chest, I suppose. I get told if I don't loot bushes. Don't get me wrong, for good reason. But, because the beetles, the bugs, are very, very useful. But yeah, I think I need to... Oh, there's one of those durs. Look at it. To be fair, that's a pretty cool sign. You got the early morning haze, you got the sun coming up, there's a few clouds in the sky, you got the majestic dur there, long shadows. It's pretty beautiful, actually. That works in real life as well, Delta, yeah, absolutely. Don't eat random berries, guys. But yeah, definitely eat all of the red berries. Don't do it. You'll die. Because they're like very good for you and stuff. Just scoff them by the handful. Don't do it. Seriously, you'll die. Right, I need to... Don't suddenly play music on me! This fucking game, I swear to God. All this game wants to do is jump scare me and make me rage quit. Not that I feel particularly rage quitty right now, but you know how it is. I'm gonna do a sippy sippy. Basically, Zachary, yeah. I see birds just scarfing them down. You're dead. Ha ha! I turn around, there's two of the red ones and they destroy me. But also, I probably need more gabberies to be able to make some travel rations to actually get back home. Just looking at all of the things. It's a nice game. It's a pretty game. You've probably figured out this is going to be a bit of a slow session, I think. So yeah, I am thinking that I might do a series. Continue this as a series. I just feel like, I don't know, there's just something about even once a week just isn't really enough, and I don't want to do more live streams than that. Where the fuck am I going? Oh, it's that way. You can see there's just like a road going that way. One day I might explore that. We'll see. I mean, and oxidants aren't good. So antioxidants are good. By definition. I mean, that is actually true, to be fair. It's kind of weird that oxygen is actually slowly killing us in a weird way. Like, oxygen is a strange thing. To be powered off it to contain the chemical reactions that oxygen is kind of like so volatile, and yet we sort of run off it. It's so bizarre in a way. Like, obviously it's kind of normal for biology, but when you look at how energy can be produced in living things, the idea of metabolizing in such a way that requires oxidation is just kind of a bit wild in a weird chemistry sort of way. But anyway, I should probably cut down a tree, make another campfire, I should have made some travel rations before, or tried to. I know I've got some, but not many. Oh yeah, I actually need to then make a campfire. But carbon monoxide, you know what, never mind. Yes, you're right. It's like the whole, people... I can't remember what it was. I think it was a comic. Very old one, I think. And there was a villain, but it was like a dumb villain. And it was like a joking villain. And they basically said that their like current plot is to destroy the sun, to extinguish the sun, because they look much better in moonlight. I think was the... And it's just like, but oh, never mind. It actually looks like I do have sufficient travel rations already, so I'm like, I just made this fire for no reason. I'm gonna light it for no reason. Right. Let's just head back. Let's go. I wanna go. Yeah. Let's go. It should be so easy to get to Harmattan. I mean, look, there's literally roads to get there. Oh. Chilly. Yeah, this is not gonna look well. Well, let's there's normally some fuckers around here, isn't there? Let's do a bit of a run, shall we? And maybe we can stay warm running. It doesn't work that way, but you know, I can dream. I can dream, Harold. If you want to mess with me, you can mess with me, I guess. I mean, I was trying to block, and it was a bit of a... Keep running. Try and keep warm. Oh, we could go in there at some point. In fact, yes. Let's do that. Not like now, but because we've got those potions that can prevent us from being stinky. Explore Stimky Pylon. Because it looks a bit stinky. Because we've got that cool potion, and that potion like basically regenerates corruption and prevents existing corruption, and like, was it the purity potion or something? I don't even remember, but it was a cool potion that we got. So I'm sure that there's, you know, thingy. I know what I'm talking about. Probably. Hey, little hon. You know what I should do? Oh, there's a little mantis-y boy. A mantis boy. Actually, then again, I don't think the lightning will actually work too well on these fellas. My guess is that they won't work. Actually, let's Hey, buddy! Yeah, lightning is their thing, so actually maybe lightning isn't the best thing for me to do. Hey, buddy! Ow! Hey, buddy. I'm just going to use this flimsy fence as a defense. A defense, in fact, one might say. It's defense! I just don't have a shield. That's why I don't like that. Hey, buddy. It's not long range enough. I think I'm just gonna have to kill it, aren't I? With the slicey boy. Damn it. Yeah, I was overly cautious with him, but better to be overly Jeez, yeah, Winter just stopped. How did I not notice that Winter stopped? It just I was so focused. It's like those things where people are asked to watch videos of things and they're like watching the ball being passed between people and a gorilla suit person walks through the middle and like most people don't notice. How did I notice it? Well, I think global warming's probably just mages trying to cure their lay wilt or something. Or celebrating after having cured lay wilt. Maybe, I don't know. Something like that. Do. I keep forgetting how pretty this is. It's so pretty! And look at the little birdie! Oi! Get back here, burb! Oh, you got your buddy! It's just not quite long range enough. Just get the fuck back here, you little shite. That's what you get. The other one got away. I'm fine with this. Sippy. And we've got the Immaculate Cave up there. This chest, yep, chest is regenerated. We like this. I mean, yeah, I'll have all of that. I think I can sell all of that. That's basically what I'm looking for at this point, just selling things. I was going to tell you about my tea, wasn't I? My new tea. So anyway, I got a new tea. Got briefly distracted. So I got a new tea because, you know, I wanted something that's got a lot of caffeine and not got alcohol in it that I can drink during streams, but also not during streams as well. I'm doing a lot of, like, be proud of me. Are you ready to be proud of me, guys? Over the last 7 days, today included, I've only drank on one day. And that was only 3 drinks. It was 3 pints. And I enjoyed it. And I bought myself some Lego. And I went on a little wander around town. And it was a nice day. And it was cool. So I'm trying to be more sensible with things. So anyway, I got this tea. Back to the tea. We'll eventually finish this anecdote. And it was the same brand as some of the other ones I got. Because I got myself like this Christmas tea calendar thing to find some teas that I like. Anyway. And it was one of the ones that was a cheaper one. It was a same brand as the ones that I like. Is that a thing? No. Oh shit! Oh god, that actually sort of scared me in a way. Hey guys. They're just so difficult to hit sometimes. You guys having trouble with those things when they run away as well? Yeah. Hashtag me too. Anyway, so I got this new tea, and it's apparently a nighttime blend, so it's like a herbal mix. And one of the things I noticed about it is it has chamomile in it, and the chamomile tea that I've got at the moment is like a really cheap brand, but this one's like a mix of. I know that one, but I can at least sell the recipe. Machete. It's not a bad little haul actually. So yeah, yeah, it is this way. So I got this new tea. It's like a nighttime blend. The Lego, I'll get to the Lego. I will get to the Lego. It's probably more interesting than tea, to be fair. So I got this new tea. It's got chamomile and a bunch of other things. But I saw chamomile, so it was a brand that I liked, blah, blah, blah. Decided to buy a pack of these things. There's like 40 bags in a pack. They were individually wrapped kind of thing. The sort of things you see in hotels, you know what I mean? Where each individual bag is kind of wrapped in its own little thing. So I got them back and I opened them up and I'm like, oh, they smell interesting. You know, I hadn't had them before, but it's chamomile. I'll like it. And I left them out and I got on with my day. I've left them where my other tea bags are on the kitchen worktop. Came down just to nip to the loo, random thing, and they were on the floor. Freya had knocked this box of tea bags off the counter onto the floor. She does not knock things off surfaces. She's shown no interest in teas in any way, but she'd knocked them off, and they're all individually wrapped, so it doesn't really matter. They're not contaminated and dirty or anything. And then I was reading the ingredients, and it all makes sense. Amongst other things, they have valerian in them. Which, of course, is the thing that if catnip doesn't turn your cat on, it's probably the bad wording, to be fair, then valerian will. And she loves valerian. And I'm like, oh, okay. So my tea bags obviously have this hint of valerian that sends her a bit wappy. And she just, I'm guessing, had fun with my sealed tea bags. She didn't ruin any of them or break any open. She just knocked them off the surface and I'm assuming, I don't know, got high off them or something. So that's an interesting thing. They've got like a bit of licorice, which I actually don't like licorice, but they've got a little bit hint of it, but not enough to make it bad. It's just kind of like there. It's just an interesting tea. But that was an interesting little, like, Freya being weird. And yeah, because I knew valerian was something that was something people drank as well. You know, I'm guessing it's probably like antioxidant or good for hernias or something. I don't know. There'll be some other good reason why humans, under certain circumstances, should consume it. But yeah. Well, that's the thing is that it's the brand. I'm not name dropping, but it's Pukka, and they're not. It's not like a cat brand of tea. I've got other brands of their tea, and I've had multiple of their types, and it's not like they're all like that. It's just this one particular one that's the headline ingredient is chamomile, but it also contains other things, of which Valerian is one of them, and I'm guessing that's why Freya decided to attack that box and has left all the other tea bags alone. I don't know. She's also just weird. She's just a weird cat. Possibly. I get the impression that there's not a huge amount of Valerian in them, but I might open up and just give her something like that. What else is in it? Tell you what, once I'm in safety in the town, I'll quickly look it up. See, look, I'm being good and harvesting all the berries. So I get beaten. To be fair, I can make loads of jam and then sell the jam. So it's not like it's completely useless or anything. I don't think you get much money for it. Yeah, catnip doesn't really do much for her. When I adopted her and Balder, they said that she didn't seem to... neither of them really cared for catnip, but Valerian root they both liked, and it had the same sort of effect. Apparently it's supposed to be a slightly better if it's Valerian that a cat likes anyway. Like, there's nothing wrong with catnip, but Valerian's supposed to be a slightly more playful and chill kind of thing almost. Like, the effect can broadly look the same, but I don't know. Let's have a little look and figure out what the hell what am I doing? What am I doing, guys? Let's put that window over there. Here we go. Caffeine-free inhalable blend, blah, 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 blah. Chamomile, lavender, valerian root, oat flower, lime flower, and tulsi. I thought it said licorice. No, just stop popping up things. For a long day, blah, 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 blah. I thought it said licorice. Oh well, I don't know. Maybe I made it up. Lavender, chamomile, valerian, tulsi, and lime flower. It's very different. And that's what I like about some of these things, is that it's not that it's the most amazing drink you've ever had, but it's different from the other drinks, and it's nice. It's, you know, it's not delicious in every way, but it's nice, you know?
Say that.
I don't know why I'm specifically selling things to her, but, you know. Well, that was the arcane robe that I just found. I'm going to sell most of the lanterns. No, all of the lanterns, because it's the Explorer lantern that's my lantern. My lantern! I'm going to get rid of one of them. I don't need that many. Discipline potions I'm going to keep all of. Quartz potion. There you go, the Innocence potion. That's the one I was talking about. That's a badass potion. I'll never end up drinking that. I mean, that could be useful, but I never drink these things. I should start. Really should. The rags I'm not going to bother with keeping. The varnishes, maybe, but again, we'll see. Fragment bombs, no. Don't really need any of these other random bits. The larval egg was useful for something, I remember, but the meat, get rid. Turnips I should keep. The plant tent, obviously, I'm keeping. That I'm keeping. Get those, get rid. I know that recipe anyway. Don't care about those. Got loads of those. Those greasy ferns are good. Good price. Alchemical. Tourmaline I know is something I need to keep. I need to keep an eye out for it. I think, wasn't it pure quartz or something I also needed? Something like that. Um, because I'm channeling my inner hoarding dragon. You basically answered the question. Used to craft powerful axes. Don't care about that. Pew pews. I think that's about it for now. Let's just confirm that. But gold is good. Gold is weirdly lightweight. Oh yeah, the other thing I need to do is get these arrows into my main backpack so that I can actually sell the fucking things when I think of it. See, these are not normal arrows, so I believe I can actually sell them. Exactly, just that. It's like, I guess it's lightweight for its value, I guess? Oh, hang on, no, that's specifically for enchanting, so I'm going to keep hold of that. What are the other things that I've got in here? Amalite armor. Weird bones. Scraps of things. I've got so much weird shit in here. So much wine. I need to start drinking the wine. Blech. What's this bit of cat hair in my mouth? Blech. Gets bloody everywhere, cat hair does. But yes, I think most of this all just needs to go down to the basement. It's my mandra. Oh, those arrows need to be just dumped. Oh, the broken golem rapier. Oh, making those rapiers, isn't that the bit that needs blue sand as well? It's the price for having cats. I don't know, Zachary. I assume that, yeah, I mean, I guess it depends how big the coins are, I suppose. I don't know. It's kind of weird that games and fiction tend to run off the gold standard kind of gold coin, but it's a very modern thing. You know, you go back a couple of hundred years, silver was the thing. Silver was super valuable. It was more valuable than gold by weight. So it's a very modern thing. I believe that it was, at least in part, because of all the gold that was basically looted and stolen from like the Aztecs and various other. There was a massive influx of gold. I think silver then. No, hang on, the other way around. Gold became a thing. Silver then was found large quantities of, or something like that. I can't remember, but there was. I'm not doubting myself, but I know that it changed around that sort of time, a couple hundred years ago, where it's flipped round, with gold being more valuable by weight than silver. But yeah, it was the other way around for the longest time. But yeah, I'd have to reread why that changed, because I used to know, and I don't anymore. But yeah, silver was more valuable for the longest time. So this is the Yeah, look it up. It's one of those weird things. I think the reason why I even found that out was because I was playing an old game, Colonization, which is kind of like a branch off from the Civilization series of games. And it was, as you imagine it probably is, it was about the colonization of the Americas, and you could run off the real American map, or you could have it randomly generated, usual sort of Civilization stuff. And silver was the thing that you used, the currency. And I'm like, huh. And I think there might have been an info dump in the game. And then I Googled it and blah, blah, blah. But yeah, there was kind of like a flip. They flipped around in a weird way. Kind of like the whole colours for boys and girls. That flipped around as well. Because, of course, nowadays, stereotypical or traditionally, we'll say traditionally, blue is boys and pink is girls, right? It was kind of the opposite for the longest time. And then I believe it was a European princess or something. I want to say Austrian, but I actually can't remember specifically. And she dressed her kids that way. And then people copied it because you copy the royalty to be in fashion and blah, blah, blah. Because originally, before that, it was... blue was for girls because it was a soothing, calming colour. Because, obviously, women need calming down because, stereotypical sexist bullshit. And red, not pink, but red, close enough, was a boy's colour because it was like anger and passion and fighting and, you know what I mean? And then she did it the other way around, and then people followed suit, and then it changed into the new modern pink and blue thing. Yeah, blood. Kinda. Because men are supposed to be passionate and warriors and blah, 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 blah. Exactly, yeah. The whole red Santa Claus was Coca-Cola, yeah. There's a lot of strange things where one person or one company has completely changed something from what it was and what everybody kind of knew it to be to the new thing, and then that just took over. It's kind of weird. Kind of super, super weird. I'm amazed that things are so fragile in a strange kind of a way. Do you know what I mean? That's a tradition that is known can be fragile enough to change when just one person or one company decides they're going to do it differently, and then suddenly it's all that way. It's just kind of weird. So let's have a little look at enchanting. I'd forgotten I'd just poured that tea. That's hot. Oh. Okay. So Aegis is an armor thing. What have we actually got? Chrysalis Essence. That's what we've got. Elemental Particles. Oof. Thank you, he wasn't scolding. I mean, but because the heating pad mat coaster thing that I've got, coaster's probably the best word. The heated coaster I've got, it's hot, but it doesn't make it to the point where it's boiling. You know what I mean? You wouldn't want to drink directly out of the vessel that's on there, the teapot in this case. But it's alright. Desert Sun, again, Monarch Essence, a weapon, a junk weapon, an ire weapon, a gold weapon, or a virgin weapon. But it's got to be hot weather. Okay. We've got the Rainbow Hex. This is the one that apparently I want. The Fog in Merca Forest, I think, is their spoopy purple stuff. Steel Saber, which is basically the weapon that I currently have. A Cerulean Saber. Keep an eye out for one of them. And a Desert Khopesh. Haven't been to a desert yet, so I guess that's something that we'll find later on. Yeah, I don't know, Zachary. Now that requires Morpho Essence. I'm just looking at, so we've got the various incense. Lunar incense comes from Admiral incense. Light particles. Comet incense. Cecropia incense. The chrysalis incense. Dreamer's root, that's what the... Yeah. I need to make sure we keep a good lot of that. I thought we'd figured out how to make the essence. I think it was just a case of we knew we needed to have Dreamer's root. To be fair, Zachary, yeah, there's an awful lot in this game that I come across and I'm like, what? I did not expect that to be a thing. So, but at the moment, the Morpho essence is not, not something that we know how to make. I thought we did. Not that we knew how to make Morpho, but we'd kind of figured out. Or it might have been that we'd sort of done enough to know that it probably is a certain way. And now we just need more of these elemental particles. That's what we need. Elemental particles. What I am gonna do... wait a second. Yeah, that was it. There it is, Dreamer's root. Okay, so we've got Dreamer's root, and we need lots of it, lots more of it. What I'm going to do, I'm going to swap these backpacks so that the Dreamer's root doesn't rot. So, I'm going to make notes, my own little scribbly fucking notes, because I like scribbling notes on things. Let's put that there. So, what we know, I could wiki it. Yeah, well that's the thing, Zachary. It is what it is. It is what it is. Sometimes you have to do these things. So there seems to be 2 levels of incense. These ones, which is basically the sort of like the tier 1 kind of things. Is it EI or IE? Damn it. Never remember. And you can't use the I before E except after C because it doesn't fucking work. It's true though. Yeah, exactly. How are you supposed to lay? How are you supposed to get laid if your lay is wilting? You know what I mean? It's not going to happen, is it? It's bad. So tier 1, we've got light. Then becomes Admiral. We've then got Chrysalis. Because again, it's tier 1. Ice becomes Chrysalis. So, and we've made some of this because we just have. Now, Comet is a tier 2. I think it's IE, I think. Now, this is the Purifying Quartz, however we fucking get that, and the Tourmaline, which we've got 2 of. Plus a particle, in this case, decay, and whatever. Hang on. Cecropia plus decay equals Comet. But we don't know how to make that Cecropia. Now, it could be that Cecropia is made from decay, because we don't know what tier 1 is made from decay. And we can't just find out unless we want to buy a recipe, which I don't. I kind of like figuring this stuff out. We also have lunar incense. Now, in fact, that's actually quite likely, because look, to make admiral incense requires a light particle, and then when you get another light particle, it becomes lunar incense. So, we have light and admiral becomes lunar. Fantastic. We have Pale Beauty. Now this is a tier 1. Ether. So ether particles become Pale Beauty. Beautiful. Yes, I use Jim Carrey quotes to know how to spell the word beautiful. And that is it. So we know how to make 3 tier 1 incensers and 1 a tote. I can't count. I know how to spell beautiful, but I can't count. And 2 tier 2 incensers. Yeah, I think I remember it might have been mentioned that it's a tier 2 that makes the rainbow hex. Oh. So far we know that there is light particles. We know what the light particles go. They make admiral, and then admiral makes lunar. Ice particles make chrysalis. Ether particles make Pale Beauty. But then we're looking at... We don't know what decay makes at its base level. Bottom line, we don't have the incense we need to really do very much. Monarch incense. There we go. We could make a thirsty weapon. An iron weapon into a thirsty weapon. That might actually be a sort of an easy starter to try and figure out the thing. It also might be because chrysalis, we could actually do that now. We could find an iron weapon. I know it feels like a bit of a waste. I don't know about tier 3. I don't know anything about tier 3s. I assume that there isn't. I don't know. Maybe there is. All I know is that tier 1 is when you just use the Dreamer's Root and a particle. And then tier 2 is you use incense from the first tier, combine it with particle, the same particle possibly every time, I don't know, but we've only got one example of the light particle being used twice to upgrade all the way up to lunar. But beyond that, I don't know whether there's a tier 3. There might be. Don't know. But anyway. So we could make a thirsty iron weapon. And the reason why it might be worth doing is not because I think it'll be useful, though it might be, temporarily. We've got decay particles. We could find out right now what decay particles make with Dreamer's Root. Because we don't know right now. I kind of want to know. Fuck it, let's do it. So, the general recipe... No. The general recipe is this. But, so 2 Dreamer's Root, and I'm going to put a decay particle after it. And see what happens. Dreamer's Root. Decay particle. Cecropia. Actually, that's a bit too far away. I don't know, I like it to be in the corner. I don't know why, that's like the enchanting corner. I thought there was, Little Horn. I didn't think there was. So we now have Cecropia essence. Which actually, that means we now know what decay goes all the way through. So, decay becomes... Or is it Cecropia? Probably Cecropia. Whatever. So basically, decay at tier 1 makes Cecropia, and then you use decay again with Cecropia to make comet. So that's the only two tier 2 recipes we know. Both use incense from tier 1 that's the same particle. That seems unlikely to be random chance. So I think, and what was Cecropia? Okay, yeah, Cecropia. Cecropia makes rot. Again, basic trog. Also, you can make troglodyte, magical troglodyte things in a troglodyte dungeon. Interesting. Again, virgin weapons. So what we could do is we could get a troglodyte staff, and we could turn it into a rot staff as a practice. I think there's also, like I say, a school of thought that says make a thirst weapon. Now, 2 reasons why I think this would be a good idea. We get some practice in on some basic enchanting, and doing some enchanting is kind of cool. But also, as much as it consumes the incense, it will be useful to record the cost, the value of the incense, because the incense is quite valuable. And then also record the value of the resulting item. Because I think it's possible that you either lose, well, it'll either be worth less or it'll be worth more. You know what I mean? And I think it'll be worth us finding out. Because if we keep finding particles that don't lead to incense that we need, it'll be a nice money-making scheme, potentially. Just like I did originally, selling some of the excess incense I had. And money's always good. So that's 2 things we could make. And I think we should do that. The first one we should do is the one that doesn't require us to go into a trog dungeon. So I am going to grab... So let's make a thirsty iron weapon. Grab that. Hang on. Chrysalis incense. And we need 4 pillars. That. Chrysalis. There. Okay. So we now have... So we need the Chrysalis incense. We've got... Each one needs to go in one of the 4 pillars. We've got 4 enchanting pillars. We've also got the enchanting pedestal. We need to do this at night and on a weapon that is iron. Or a recurve bow. But I feel like, you know, let's see what the weapons are like. It is currently night. So I'm going to go and buy an iron weapon. A sword, because you never know, it might make an incredibly powerful sword that until we enchant the saber, this new thing will be better. Or it might make a piece of shit that we just sell. First things first, we record what money we can get.
Is there something you need?
For what we've got. And it'll be quite a lot, because the incense I seem to remember being quite valuable. Yeah, there we go. So the incense is 75 each. Okay. I mean, I might be able to make an iron weapon, I suppose. I actually sort of don't know. I've never really thought about it. I kind of feel like it's just easy to just to buy one, and also apparently not. I don't think the golem rapiers are going to be counted as iron, but let me go to the blacksmith and see what because the rapier that I've got is steel. It doesn't have like a tag on it saying steel, but it's in the name, so I'm going to assume that that's good enough.
What can I do? All right.
So there you go. Iron sword for 20. Alright, Zachary. Well, thanks for popping by. I will catch you again another time. Just having a little glance around. So we're going to grab an iron sword. The iron sword is only worth 6 to sell back. Now, with it being night time, I assume I have to do it outside. Must be fun keeping watching the fucking pitch blackness. So, I'm going to try the enchanting on my porch. My little balcony porch thing. Let's do this. Let's do this, guys. Now, I don't really know how much space I need. Okay, so it kind of feels like this is the sort of the front. Now, looks like the sword can go in. So, my understanding is that the pillar placement is northeast, southwest. That's what the other ones. And then it was C and F. The only thing I can think of is close and far. So let's do a north, and I mean that's kind of close. Let's get these pillars. Deploy. Pillars directly to the south. I mean, sure. It's a bit closer. Maybe? I don't know. Does it show anything? It doesn't really show anything. I'm going to put the iron sword in anyway. Oh, I like how the sword's floating on the pedestal. So glad you can move around while deploying things like this, you know what I mean? I don't like the fact that the thing itself is... because they're all about equidistant. But whether or not they're too far or too close or something, I don't know. We'll see, I guess. Hopefully it doesn't just waste things. The game's fairly forgiving when it comes to that side of things. So... what? Oh, there we go. Weird, you just left click. I have to light it? No? Maybe they're just a bit too far away. Oh, hang on. T, enchant. Was that there before? Oh, bleep. Enchant your first piece of gear. So that was correct. Okay. I didn't look at the stats of an iron sword. Fuck. And also, does the incense... I mean, the incense is gone. Okay. So the iron sword is not, didn't seem to Toggle paneled. Parched. The blood of the slain will be stored in the weapon, waiting to be released. So, it's not massively weaker than the Steel Saber. 6 points, still quite a few points. It's not got the impact, it's not got the attack speed. I need to... Right. I'm gonna, like, take a screenshot of this, because I want to make sure that next time I do this, I know what near is. Oh, God. That suddenly went when I did the screenshot. Where did the screenshot go? I hate it when it does this. Right, let me do it again. Here we go. Snipping tool, blah, 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 blah. Save. Just, yeah, save it wherever. What do you mean already exists? Is that because you did store it? No, it does kind of automatically. Whatever. Okay, cool. Now I'm going to have a little look at the swords that are for sale, because I don't know, it doesn't seem like the Steel Saber was... I thought it was a much bigger improvement than that. So it almost feels like the Iron Sword has gotten better as basic stats, but I could be wrong. That makes sense, Little Horn. Facing north so that you can visually just see the orientation of things.
What can I do for you? All right.
But he doesn't have a fucking second sword, and I didn't look at the stats of a iron sword. Nah, that's fine, whatever. What I am going to look for is how much does this sell for now? Fucking nothing. So, wow. They do not recognize at all. Let's go somewhere else, just for a laugh. I don't think I'm going to get any different prices, but...
Hey there!
Yeah, they do not recognize... Well, let's sell these arrows. They don't recognize at all that this is an enchanted item. That's a big disappointment. Those arrows are good. So, I could go and kill some, like, creatures with this sword and see what it does. It might be that as it builds up the power, it might actually become better than the Steel Saber. It may just be a cool thing to have at the lower levels. I don't know. I don't feel like enchanting is a low-level thing to be doing. So the fact that it's restricted to iron weapons only kind of suggests to me that that this would be really good still. Disappointed that the weapon isn't worth more. We'll see. We'll see what happens, though. Good to know, though. Good to know that if I want to make money, enchanting the items is not the way to do it. Okay. Well, we've enchanted our first item, guys. That is pretty fucking awesome. There we go. So yeah, we've consumed the incense that we had from before, but we've learned. We have learned. And learning is good. Need to get rid of these fucking arrows. I'm just gonna dump them outside somewhere. Now that it is morning, though, I'm going to well, first things first. I'm going to dump the arrows behind out the way somewhere. I don't want them stinking the place up. I don't think arrows stink anywhere. But, they can't be sold. They're worthless. Oh, It's a quarterstaff. Well, I'll sell it. It's probably a quarterstaff I've found before, but it's such a nothing thing to find. It is littering, but it's my home. So, technically, I feel like putting rubbish on your own property is not littering. You know, there's nobody else should be going up there other than me. Know what I'm saying? So I'm going to go out and kill something with this sword and see what happens.
Is there something you need?
What I need is some money for a quarterstaff. Damn it! You can't. See, someone littered with the quarterstaff. It's a worthless item. I'm going to just dump it. I just need to dump it out of sight, because I will forget that it's just a worthless thing. Hey, buddy. So yeah, pouch overweight. Oh, that's fine, whatever. Oop. Pouch overweight again. Well, if we just keep, like, 2 stones at a time and then just replenish them as we use them. Damn it! I keep forgetting when you click a bandage, it uses it. It's so frustrating. Like, some things when you click them, it doesn't use them, because you can't use them. But if you can use them, it does. So, we now have our magical sword, which looks no different at all. Hang on, isn't that something we can actually sell? Or is it just, again, more crap?
Greetings, friend.
That I'm just going to have to dump. Yay, a hatchet you can actually sell for money. We like it when we can sell things for money. Should have got rid of the Hackmanite. Hackmanite. Okay. Let's go stab something. Let's go stab a burb. Or a doge. Or whatever the fuck, or just some bandits or something. But it has to kill. So we need to, what's the, oh, I'm hungry. I am hungry for love. Well, I'll have a drink. Maybe I'm just thirsty and not actually hungry at all. You don't know. But bodies struggle to tell the difference. No, I'm still hungry. So, I'm going to eat some gabberies. I literally just nom nom. I know it's kind of a bit of a waste, but it stops me being hungry, you know? So, I'm going to wander off into the wilderness. I'm going to still use some runic... Oh, there's a burb. There is a burb. Oh, no, I actually didn't want to do that one. What I actually want to do is... Egoth. Burb. Hey, burb. Ooh, red stuff. Oh no, that's just the negative effect of the burb hurting me. It hurt me. Okay. Parched. So I'm guessing it needs more blood of the slain. Oh, okay, I suppose. I mean, I can kill more things. I just didn't want it to get away, which is why I kind of laid into it and went on the offensive. Because they're little fuckers. The moment they get a little bit hurt, they decide no. Question is does it only... I need to really look at what that injury is. I'm just in pain for the next few minutes. Okay. Does it have to be the killing blow is the sword? I mean, we could test that out. I think I got him. They're aimed down, unfortunately. Hey, buddy. How you doing? He caught me a little bit. Parched. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. If you lay into the corpse after you killed him, does that count? I mean, I don't know. I don't know how to do that. Jeez, what the hell was that? Oh, that was weird. There's combinations that I didn't even know existed. Because you can do that heavy attack. But if you do the heavy attack, no, if you do a light attack, normal attack, and then do the middle. Oh, then it does that way. So left. So like a back swipe, forward swipe. But if I do a lunge and then a normal, normal, there, and it does like a left swipe. Is this something everything has always been able to do? Yeah, it's interesting. It's just a combo thing. Okay, that's new. I mean, I feel like I'd fail at combat enough with the current level of not particularly complicated, but still... Well, there's some blood there. Maybe... I mean, travel rations. Damn it! Movesets. Another thing I have to remember. I just don't like the fact that I don't know what I'm doing with this sword. Like, I've killed a few people now with it, and it's still parched. Like, there's something I have to do more, but I don't know what that is. Or it could be that it's a slow build. Like, really, really slow build. I don't particularly want to go crazy. Let me just drink some of the tea that I've got. Because my stamina is a little burnt. Fuck. I'm really not doing well. You know me, though. Minimal prep, but weak enemies. Oh, antidote. I mean, I'll have some of that. Simple bows and really not worth my time. Salt and some mushrooms, sure, whatever. I'll grab the weapons. Oh, iron sword. An iron sword is 1915. That is 1950. So yeah, there's no difference at all, and it's still parched. I have no idea. I don't want to be faffing around too much. Do you know what I mean? Ooh, what was it? Egoth Des. That was it. Egoth Des. Yeah, I mean, it's a sword that apparently is magical now, and it thirsts. It just thirsts. Were you mourning the death of your buddy? Your little buddy? I feel like the sword probably just desires blood. But I don't know whether there's some other specific thing that I need to do, like you say, dip it in the body somehow. But I don't think you can, unless you can put it in the inventory of the opponent. But then once you've emptied the inventory, you can't get into it. So I don't know what's going on. Yeah, I don't want to be wasting time and doing the wrong thing, and then be frustrated and you know what I mean. But positive, we have actually successfully enchanted an item. We found out some information. We found out that the result doesn't. The resulting item doesn't increase in value, or at least with the thirst enchantment it doesn't. It's possible that you might have to like build up the sword, and then its stats might increase as you quench its thirst, and then its stats, and with its stats being higher, maybe then it will it'll be worth more. I don't think so, but I think that the yeah, I think that we've at least figured out how to do enchantments. I'm going to assume that when we have to do a far pillar positioning, it'll be double the current one. But what we do need is more types of particle. That's what we need. And then we need to sell some things, which I'd forgotten to do. Is there anything else I need to just store? Not really. Need to make some bandages. Always making bandages. And lightning! It's good. I like it. I'm just full of fucking lightning at the moment. What with the wind sigils, and then I can do the old shrimp punch thing. And now this little floating orb of light and lightning. I'm just doing all of the zappies. So much zappies. In fact, actually, isn't there something like blessed that increases lightning damage or something? Because there's like a thing for all things. A thing for all things, Malik. Well done. No, there's possessed, which increases decay damage and resistance. Cool, which increases cold and frost. So there's other things. And focus gives you discipline, and discipline is the physical version of those things. Or at least I think so. But you see my point. Doom. But yeah. Question is, what do we do now? Because we've got, if you, yeah. So we've made some incense and blah blah bloody blah. And I would say we've also therefore crafted magical shit. Now the question is, I think we need to do enchant the rainbow hex. That's gotta be the next, well not the next, but the specific thing. We had the Aegis. Let me have a look at that. Sorry, I know I'm going backwards and forwards, wasting time, guys, so apologies for that. But there was an Aegis. Now, an Aegis is like a protective thing. In that's what it means linguistically. And if I remember correctly, it was on armor. But I don't think it was armor that I was likely to be using. I should have just drank some tea, to be fair. Slurp. Now I'm hungry. I need to actually make some foods in this game. First things first, though. The Aegis. Armor, helmet, any helmet, any boots. But I think that what I'm wearing doesn't count as armor. Do you know what I mean? It'll be interesting to find out whether it does count. It says any boots, and I've currently got fur boots. And a hood and a robe are not armor or helmet, but boots are boots. Boots are boots, strangely enough, guys. Oops, punch the microphone. And it requires monarch incense, which we don't know what that is. They're made for keeping warm while walking as well, which is even better. These boots are made for walking. So yeah. Okay. So we need to keep an eye out for things that can enchant, well, the stuff that I've got. Well, we will do some cooking. We're gonna do some cooking. I'm gonna grab all the gabberies and the fish and the beetle and the meats. Meats. I think the turnip still makes food, even though it's alchemical in a way. Alchemy. Well, salt is not alchemy. We're gonna make lots of jam. We've got so many mushrooms. We've got jerky, Gabbary tartine. Well, that's actually quite a good one. Meat stew, miner's omelette. Oh, this one was a good one, wasn't it? No, the turnip porridge was mana restoring. The pirate thing wasn't as good as that one, but I believe we can just go fishing and make some of this, because we need specifically rainbow trout for that. Oh, wow. I mean, let's just grab the 3 of them. I think I just made a lot at one point, didn't I? And now they're just there. Probably do with selling a whole bunch of this crap, because I have got so much of it now. I mean, the salt probably isn't worth actually anything, or much. Sugar is just slightly annoying to get hold of. Like, I don't generally accumulate it too much. And I think this actually is worth probably selling some, honestly. I'm gonna eat... Where's the sandwich? I'm just gonna eat one of these. Just literally for the food. Let's bash that. Alchemical. I think that's also technically alchemical stuff. I'm gonna make some cold stuff. Oh, it was the blue sand, was it? Okay. I mean, we've got so much mana stones. How much mana stones have we got? 46! 46. I could just make some snorting powder. I mean, it would be funny. What else have we got? Rage potion. This potion, blah, 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 blah. Got all the incense stuff. Yeah. A warm potion. Life potion. Not a very good life potion, but a life potion nonetheless. Horror chitin. Ah, life potion plus greasy fern. That was, How many greasy ferns do I actually have? 7. That's pretty good. Here we go. Making the bubbly potions. Okay. We're just making some backup supplies, you know. What a glorious day. Fine day for fishing. Oh no. What should we do now? Oh, maybe I should just get rid of the log. That would also be a thing. I think I might wind this session up. I know it's a short session under the circumstances, like not much over 2 hours. Not a huge amount, Little Horn, to be fair. It's been a very sedate session to try and get me back into the flow of things. The fact that I haven't died yet is actually kind of miraculous. Not gonna lie. Kind of feel like I should have a couple of times today, but you know. Ah yes, I did pick up some things to sell, didn't I? And also I have a machete, a sword that's not enchanted, that... I mean, eggs, sure. Yeah, the jam, because jam, jerky. Ugh, can't be bothered with that. Just can't be bothered with some things. You know what it's like. You're just like, I know that that's useful for things, but sell. You just want me to get into trouble, Delta. I know you. Okay, look at that. Another gold bar for the Horde. To be fair, if we're going to count the gold bars that I have as a Horde, it's a very, very depleted Horde ever since I bought all those skills. Oh, I should go to the Hermit, actually. I can't remember if we got all of the skills. No, we did get all of the skills. So, yeah, I've now basically got all of the advanced skills that I can get, I think. The most I could potentially do now is get some passives from various trainers. I don't know how many trainers we have yet to meet. We did, yes. Yeah, we did play around with the Ice Sigil. Can't for the fucking life of me remember what it does. But it does icy things. That's what it does. Yeah, just go away. For goodness sakes. You don't want to die like your buddies. The buddies of your buddies. You survived. You survived the death of your buddy. And now you are dead. I will take their stuff. It was a bit of a massacre, that was. They didn't even use a sigil. Just use the zappy ball. The zappy ball. I do like the zappy ball. The zappy ball is pretty fucking awesome. The main quest? I have no clue what the main quest even would be. I suppose there's like a quest log thing? Oh, I suppose joining the things. I guess it's joining the places, I guess? Yeah. I feel like the wizard dudes would probably make the most sense. But yes, I suppose so. But like you say, it's maybe not toward the end of the stream. This is cool. Are you gonna step in this trap or not? Fine, I'll zap you. I mean, it took it like a champ. Oh, I mean, Windows becoming unresponsive during installations and reconfigurements is a fucking pain. I honestly pray that it never happens because, ugh. The desert. How do I even get to the desert? Actually, I shouldn't stop here because there's often a shrimp around here, isn't there? I'm not even sure how to go to the desert. From the forest. Let's head to the forest then, I guess. We kind of wanted to go back to the forest anyway. Right, let's just have a little sippy. I did not replenish my clean water. Not that it's difficult for me to get clean water, but you know. God, my health is burnt to all hell. I'm going to actually have to sleep at some point. So yeah, we'll go to the forest. And then at least see how to get to the desert from there. And then I'll probably just call it at that point. Gonna get that mushroom. A lot. I have a lot of water skins. I just keep finding them. And it's like, I'm always, you know, using them up. Well, not always, but you know what I mean. Yeah, 6. Doesn't hurt to... Well, I mean, the weight is yeah. No, that's not it. That's not a thing. That's not a turnip. This is a turnip, though. What I'll do as well is I'll make sure to boil some dirty water before I actually go to the desert, because it sounds to me like it's going to be a bit of a shit. In fact, hang on a second. I actually have the cool... No, wait. Yeah, so I have the cool boon, and I can do the elemental thing, which probably is the cool boon as well. So I think overall, I don't have any good clothing specifically for the desert. But my guess is enough water, the cool boon, should combine and at least allow me to survive until I get some better clothing, I guess. Oh, itchy leg, itchy leg. Oh, oh. Itchy leg. Honestly, I'd leave it overnight, Pagey. That's what I tend to do when it ends up in that stuck state, because sometimes it can eventually get itself sorted out. Generally speaking, Windows with these updates is fairly tolerant to being interrupted these days. Not that I'm saying you should, but I'm just saying that if you are forced to have to restart it in the middle, which I wouldn't say, that's the worst case scenario. They tend to be fairly tolerant. Yeah, that's what you get, buddy. I don't know why I have to, like, just random dude on the road. Am I the baddie? Random dude on the road. Random dude gonna die. Dead thing. Ah, hello. Greetings. Oops. Ooh. That's what you get. Damn it, I forget that the sword goes away when you do runes. I like how I'm holding on to the chakram while I'm bandaging myself up. It's fucking big spikes on it. And how do I not lacerate myself and make my injuries worse when I'm bandaging myself holding on to the spikies? I have no idea. I probably do injure myself more, but you know, I'm a badass. I just grin and bear it and pretend everything's fine. Just pretend everything's fine. How many do I have enough already? No. So I have to make some. Good old game logic. Yeah, exactly. These look like things that I've dropped. That looks decidedly like clothing. It's definitely stuff that I dropped. Well, I mean, it may, I assume. I need to cook up some travel rations. We have trees available, so we shall use them. Good old game logic. It's yeah. We like game logic. We go into games to escape realities to a point. Do things that we don't normally do in real life or can't do in real life. So if it was like 100% accurate to real life, it would almost be pointless. Let's put the campfire over here. And it's Zappies! Oh. And we're going to make some bitter spicy teas. Ah, that's all we're going to do. Oh, I can't remember. Was it 4? I think it's 3 again, but every now and again, you're just kind of not sure. Just going to go through and, yeah. Thing is that if something needs... What I don't get about things is if you leave Windows alone, it will just update itself. I don't understand why a machine would specifically need you to update it, if you know what I mean. Machines just, they update themselves. You just let them do it. Always confused me. I know that a lot of people don't like updates. But a lot of the time, the reason why people don't like updates is because they keep delaying them until there's loads and loads and loads of updates that need to go on simultaneously. And that then causes the problem because it's not up to date. Like, if you put 1 or 2 patches on in one go, it'll be fine. Generally speaking, it'll be fine. But if you're putting like a load on because people keep skipping, yeah, it's more likely to not enjoy that. Yes, yeah, I was saying about this earlier, Little Horn. The spoopies. The spoopy. It is the spoopy. Okay, there's multiple places that I can get to from here that I've never been to before. Things are still dead from the last time I was, well, I mean, deader, I guess, from the last time when I was here. I got lost a couple of times before, haven't I? I'm going to get to Berg. Berg? I think it's Berg, isn't it? Yeah. I'm going to get to Berg. And then call it a night. And then from Berg, we... I'm not going to fight the Dur now. 'Tis tempting to fight the Dur now. Because I want to fight the Dur at some point. But the Dur can live for now. And I also can live for now, because, yeah. Because I'm not guaranteed to win. Yeah, you can. So we've got Caldera to the south and Abrasa to the east. What I don't like, actually, about travelling at this time of the day is because I can see spirits. But I don't necessarily see dudes. There was a dead body to the right of me I just walked past. I'm not too concerned by the dead bodies, strangely enough. This feels familiar? Why didn't I put light on? I kind of feel like the torch doesn't really help me. I feel like it's just more of a distraction and a, it's just like glaring in my eyes, which I don't need. Okay, I'm on the right track, because there's that bridge. I am familiar. Looks like, since I've been here relatively recently, it looks like we just have the dead bodies of the slain. and Durs. Tempting Durs. More dead bodies? Buddy, I just want to go past. I just want to go that way. Yeah, please. Just go the other way. Go away from me. Off to the side, ideally. I mean, I could probably run past, but... Run! No, don't run away from that way. This is the way I'm going. It's like pigeons. So, you get pigeons in town, right? You get pigeons. and pigeons, and they're like, you're walking around, and they're kind of tolerant of humans to a point. You know, they'll put up with you being sort of there, but then as you walk in the direction you want to go, they then will start trying to get out your way by going in the same direction as you want to go, and they waddle ever faster until eventually you're slightly caught up with them because your legs are longer, and then they flutter away. They're like, I wasn't after you, buddy. You could see where I was going. Why did you go that way? Problem is with not updating the moment it needs the update is that, like I say, updates build up until eventually it struggles to apply them all at the same time. That's what I've found with Windows. I've ran Windows PCs, oh my god, for over a quarter of a century I've owned Windows PCs, and I don't think I've ever had problems with updates. The only time I've come across problems with updates is when computers are set in such a way they don't put them on automatically, or people keep skipping and delaying them. That's the or it's an illegal copy of Windows because they don't update properly. Honestly, I would say to anyone, once it's fully up to date, enable auto updates and just make it do it itself. Generally speaking, look, okay, in my experience. So obviously your experiences may vary. It just let it do its thing. In my opinion, let it do its thing. And it seems to, at least for me, work out. Yeah, I mean, my laptop sits in the drawer, so I suppose in that sense I do go into the situation of every now and again I'll open it up and it has to have a couple of updates, a few updates. But again, even that doesn't seem to have major problems. I'm probably just lucky. I'm probably just lucky when it comes to technology. When I was younger, I wasn't. Like in my teenage years, I was like cursed. If I handled memory sticks, they would 50% chance of them just breaking and never working again. Like static hands or something, I don't know. Then just configure it, Little Horn, to not happen at the worst time. I set mine up to go at 2 a.m. And a lot of the time, my computer's not even on at 2 a.m., so it doesn't do it. But it just they just happen. I don't know. And then, like now, there's a good chance, well, not a good chance, but there is a chance that when I go to shut down my computer, it'll say, update and shut down. Out of its service window. It should be just based on Windows. It should still get critical updates for security issues. Because Windows has to be pretty old for it to not be updated at all. Nah, whatever. It's, check the forums for your specific, as was mentioned. That Delta Held mentioned. Yeah, well, I mean, yeah. You literally are the person. Yeah. I'm scared. I'm gonna chill now. I'm gonna chill. So this has been a little bit of a chill stream, figuring out what I'm doing. Fair enough. I love my PC. It's quite a new one. Wasn't premium, but it was pretty new. Fucking RAM was expensive, goddamn. But you know, can't help it, I suppose, with the way that the world is these days. So yeah, it is what it is, I guess. It is what it is. Could be worse. What the hell is this? Newsreel. That's what it's literally called, newsreel, this song. It sounds like a military thing, not a newsreel. Or I suppose it could be like epic news. And coming to you live from so-and-so, covering the latest goings-on in such and such a place, is your favorite anchor and mine. And it's kind of like that kind of, I don't know, maybe. It's way too celebratory for anything to do with the news. Or maybe that's just me being cynical with the way the news is these days. Yeah, if it's partway through an update, let it finish. I think I must be just lucky to have my updates work okay, I think. Kinda Sigma, yeah. It does seem a little bit more epic than it needs to. Yeah, this tea's going down reasonably well. And I'm glad that it's not a caffeine one, because it's getting late. Oh, I miss the days when I could drink anything caffeine. Really strong caffeine as well. It could be anything. And like half an hour later, I could just go to sleep immediately. Now, an hour and a half before sleep, and I am pushing my luck. Oh boy. So, tomorrow I plan on getting some Cobalt Core recorded, because I think I'm out of all the pre-recorded stuff. I do want to get some pre-recorded stuff done. Because reasons. Because, you know, it'd be useful for me to actually do my fucking job. I mean, is it my job? It can't, I mean, I guess. Not like it pays for much. Oh, speaking of YouTube payments, I actually misunderstood how they do their calculations. Because I was saying last time that I'm not going to get anything this month because you have to hit a threshold, and because I haven't been uploading, I've not been getting much ad revenue, and therefore it hadn't given me enough. But it actually, I indirectly get paid for it, so technically I'm a professional YouTuber. But yeah, I don't live off it. It's basically entirely. If it wasn't for YouTube, I would not have any money to spend on non-essentials. I just about cover my essentials, and then the YouTube is a bit extra that I can maybe grab a couple of pints at the pub or get some Lego or something. You know what I mean? It's like I can survive without it, but it allows me to live a little by having the YouTube stuff. But anyway, so yeah, they do have a cap. If you hit 60 quid, by the time the payment period comes around, you get paid everything in the account. And I normally get about 70 every 2 months or so. So month I won't get paid, then I get paid all of it, then I don't, then I do, then I don't. So every other month I get some money from that's memberships, ad revenue, the weird premium thing that they trickle a tiny amount in, whatever. I mean, I thought I wasn't getting anything this month because the amount was like 58 quid. It was £2 too low, but they do the threshold before the tax. So it was 58 after tax, but it was 60 something before tax. So I did get it this month. So I did actually get a little bit to spend on myself, hence the Lego. The Lego! Didn't even talk about what the Lego was. So, the Lego was a donut van. Now, the reason why I really like it is because I bought a burger van, and the way it works is it's like a little truck with a burger stand on the top of it, and the burger stand can detach and stand on its own, and then the truck is kind of like just a little truck bit that holds a little thing. But there's also a fries one, which again is slightly different style of truck, but the same idea. It sits on the back of the little truck, can detach and become its own little standalone stall. And then I got the donut one, which is the third one of the set. I don't know whether it's an official set, but there seem to be these 3 food stands that detach from trucks that drive them around, kind of thing. So now I've got the burger van, the burger stand that sits on a truck. I've got the fries stand that sits on a truck, and now I've got the donut one, and so I've got the 3 of them, and it seems to be, you know, it seems to be a cool little thing. I'll have to actually do almost like maybe a video of some of the Lego stuff. Maybe it'd be a very, very short video, but it'd be a weird real life video. How freaky would that be? I feel like it would almost be almost like showing off though, in a way. Like, I'm always a bit, I don't know, reluctant sometimes to do things like that, because I almost feel like it can be, look at the things that I've got, and I don't know. Like, I get that people are interested, but it kind of feels a bit showy. Do you know what I mean? Am I stupid? Like, maybe I'm stupid for overthinking it, but it could be perceived as being that way. Well, I think you were originally going to, weren't you, Paigey? That was hence the name of your account. Yeah, I have no idea. I think the gaming commentaries is an easy one. If you play games, do some gaming commentary. I know some people, they don't really get on with the commentary side of things. Or if they do get on with it, some people are a little bit, like, flat and... I don't know. You could do reaction videos. Don't get me wrong. There are good reaction videos, and there are bad reaction videos. So, there are some reaction videos I like. But there are some when you watch them, and you're like... You can't just... quietly, a little camera in the corner of your face nodding to somebody else reacting to something. Like, you quietly reacting to somebody else who's more competently reacting to something. That's a reaction thing. Fair enough, Paigey. That is fair enough. Yeah, you could do just... I mean, I am proof, I suppose. You can have a 15-year, in quotes, career on YouTube and never show your face. Yeah, reptile vids. That'd be kind of cool. I don't know how much you could do with that. I mean, you could always set up a camera, and I don't know whether or not you have necessarily a camera you can kind of position, like a webcam or something. And if you've got a laptop, it depends on whether you need the laptop day to day. But if you had like a spare machine, you could always record, like position the camera and record for a few hours and then just go through the footage and see what your lizard's got up to. And then kind of do a 5-minute best of, I guess. I don't know. I do quite like some of the reaction videos when it's of films or series that I like. Obviously some of them are kind of made up in the sense that it claims they're reacting for the first time, but I know some of them they're not. But some of them probably are. I was tempted at some point, Paigey, but I think I just like doing it too much. Like as a me thing. The danger that you have, and I've a couple of times it's happened to me now, well, more than a couple, is when you turn it into a YouTube-y thing, you can feel a lot of strange pressure that then makes it slightly less fun. So for the longest time, I just wasn't gaming outside of YouTube stuff, and then it was like a chore it became, even though they were games I like. I'm just glad I've got a good community, because it really helps. Sometimes I'm feeling shit, but that's because I don't want to do anything. It's not specifically to do with the streaming or the community. Sometimes I just feel like shit. It's been a fun few years since COVID. Good God, it has been a time. But to be fair, last week or so, and it does, and I think it certainly partly coincides with not drinking as much. But I think it also coincides with me feeling really accomplished for having not drank, and also seeing that the money's not disappearing into booze and I can get Lego instead and blah blah blah. You know what I mean? So I think there's a lot of things going on with that. But I do genuinely just feel quite upbeat now. I feel more upbeat now, like over the last 4-5 days, than I have like all year, I think. Which is great. Absolutely great. Ants Canada, interesting channel. Yeah, I'm happy that it's coming through. I've always been quite a articulate commentator? I don't know what you would call... What's the word? There's a word, I'm sure, to describe someone who's not monotone and comes up with things and is genuine. And, you know what I mean? And it's like... Yeah. There's definitely an energy. I feel like my commentary has energy. And some humour, I think. Animated. Yeah. I mean, I'm physically doing things while talking to you guys. Not just drinking, but like I'm like gesturing with my hands. I do not need to do that, but I'm doing it anyway, because why the hell not? Though, I have to admit, my throat is a little bit sore. So I think maybe I've been doing it too much. Or not drinking enough, one or the other. As in, tea, not booze. You know what I'm talking about. Dark energy. I am accelerating the expansion of the universe. You are right. Oh my god. Yeah, it would be nice to do some dual commentaries again with another YouTuber, but I don't know. I feel like time's gone almost. I don't know. But yeah, the first season of Terraria, was like the heyday almost. Obviously my Minecraft stuff was a big thing. Weirdly enough, the Spaz was quite a popular one. Space Pirates and Zombies. I think I just get excited about gaming sometimes. You know what I mean? I've always talked to myself as well a little bit, I would say. Like around the house. I will claim to certain people that I'm talking to Freya, but in reality, whether she's there or not, I'm still doing it. Shy, I'm assuming you mean shy. Unless you do just look up at the clouds and the sun and start talking, I don't know. I think, because it's weird for me, when we're talking about commentary and being animated and being kind of even, because like I'm here, in a room, on my own. Yep, because Freya's not around. And I am an introvert, definitely. And I was definitely not very confident as a kid, but I think as I'd gotten older, work, if nothing else, made me more of a confident talker. But I also plan fictional conversations. Like, it's not just me, I know other people do it as well, where you will go through hypothetical conversations with other people about things that you might possibly talk to that person about in the future, but also maybe not. And you go through the conversations in your head. And also out loud if you're on your own. And it's kind of like it's like a practice thing. A preparation thing, I suppose. And with me being not very confident social when I was younger, when I was preteen and teenage years, I would do that a lot, and I think I never broke that habit. So I suppose being alone and being animated and talking like confidently about things and blah blah blah, yeah, I think it's become second nature now. Although I suspect if you go back 15 years and look at some of my early videos, I will be nowhere near as animated and emotional with my commentary that I am now. That's fair, Pagey, and life is like that. Sometimes it do be like that, as they say. Hopefully it sorts itself out for you. I know life can hit you and when you're down, and I've certainly felt an amount of that over the last few years. I keep on saying since COVID, it wasn't even really COVID that directly affected me. At least I don't think so. Like it was shit, and I caught COVID a couple of times. But it was like I think I lost 2 days the first time I caught it because I was just feeling awful. And then the second time I caught it, I only knew I had it because the test was positive. I was like testing myself on a semi-regular basis. So it didn't even do anything to me, the virus. But other things around that time just kicked off, and maybe some of those other things were due to COVID. but I've not got back on my feet yet. It's been years. Fucking years. And I have to admit, sometimes just having YouTube to do stuff has helped me keep going, and certainly, you know, I'm not wanting to downplay the spending money that I get, the little pocket money I get from YouTube, but you know, that's helped as well. But yeah, having some kind of routine and having a community just to chat with infrequently is great. Yeah, I mean, the big C, not good. He was bad enough when Boulder got it. Well, I think there are two important things that are closely related. In my experience, is do not feel bad for taking time aside and not thinking about the bad things. I know sometimes it's hard to not think about the bad things, but I found that sometimes you can kind of feel guilty not thinking about them. Like, there are so many big, important, drastic things in life, and you almost feel like you have to think about them, and you have to feel bad about them, because they are bad, especially when they're happening to other people. So, if you found yourself distracted and enjoying something, and afterwards you remember the bad things, do not feel guilty for feeling some joy. Do you know what I mean? Like, you are allowed to feel moments of joy. You're allowed to be distracted from these hugely important things. You are allowed. That sounds stupid to say it, but it is. Sometimes you can almost feel like you have to feel bad because this is such a big, important thing. You have to feel bad about it, and you're almost, and especially when it's somebody else, you almost feel like they're stuck with this all the time. You know, they're miserable and unhappy, rightly so. So you almost feel guilty that you can have that moment and don't. The second thing, which is related to this, again, in my opinion, is try not to get into such a routine that you miss the little glimmers in life. I can't remember where I got that word from. There was something I read, and it was about looking for glimmers or shimmers or something. I can't remember. But like, there are little things in life that can make you smile. Silly little things. Like there was, like it's been sunny, not today, but the weather's been reasonably good recently. And one of the things I really like is how the sun shines through leaves on trees when there's a light wind, and you get this changing mottled shadow and light, and there's this, like, the way it affects the ground, you know. And a bird, or a plastic bag blowing in the wind, or the way oil that's leaked from a car is like rainbow colours in the sun, and just, there are little things, and these are personal to me, of course, but don't close yourself to noticing tiny little things, even if it just makes you smile for half a second, because the little things are just as big, just as important as the big things, and they're often easier to find. No, it was not. It's just random. It is just random on shuffle. But I think it's very easy to sort of figuratively and literally look at the ground and walk down the street and only think of the destination. There are things, silly little unimportant things that you can see and you can smile at, and then you can return to your determination. Just don't try not to close yourself off to those little things as well. Precisely, Paigey. Little things. But yeah. Well, you're allowed to, Delta. You just got to remember to look up periodically, you know? And also, if you're looking down, yes, you will not tread on snails and you won't fall in holes. But what if something falls on you? You know? That is a sad time. No, that is a sad time. I know this is a weird thing to ask, but was it a good funeral? Do you know what I mean? That sounds a bit weird. But, like, sometimes, you know, it can be, like, almost like a relief almost, and someone could have passed away well, if you know what I mean. And sometimes, you know, when you get together with family that you don't see very often, it can be very cathartic. You know, catharsis is an important thing, you know, letting all the sorrow out, especially with a structured thing like a funeral. You know, the end result can be sad, but cathartic. Well, that's a sad time. Yeah. Funerals are not for the dead, they are for the living. But yeah, I lost the last of my... I mean, I don't really remember my maternal grandfather. I was very young when he passed away. I didn't even meet, as far as I'm aware, my paternal grandparents. So it was really just me and my mum's mum, my gran. And Mama, as I called her, Mama passed away in, I want to say 2018. And she was 100. I thought she hadn't quite made it to 100, but I found out early last year that actually she did make it to 100, which is pretty fucking good going. But yeah, she was kind of a bit... She wasn't enjoying her elderly years as well as you could. You know, she was always very outgoing and she was independent, and that's where my mum gets it from, and it's where I get it from. Independent people. And when you can't even kind of go shopping on your own anymore, and she didn't use the internet. I'm not even sure she even really knew what it was. So toward the end, you know, she was in hospital more frequently, and yeah, she passed on. 94, so good going. And now I didn't plan this music either. It's just sometimes it falls like this. Hell, I don't even know what this music sounds like. I don't listen to it. I just shove it on shuffle. Damn it, I wanted to say something uplifting, and then the music has to do this. God, it sounds like I have. I'm like, oh, you keep saying you haven't planned it, Relic, but suddenly it's the correct music. But yeah, it's... You know, we're going to be in that place one day, and we would not want people to be sad, you know? So we carry on. We carry on, and whatever you believe, you know, I'm not here to push my belief on people. But in life, they definitely wouldn't want you to be miserable about them passing on. And it's not as simple as just deciding not to be sad. Be sad. You know, decent people are upset at other decent people passing away. But, you know, live a good life. Live a good life. You know, you only get one. I believe you only get one. And, well, that's the thing, Little Horn. And I mean, I live in a fairly urban area, a little built-up area, but thankfully the UK is quite a green place anyway. So there are trees all over the place. They actually say if they removed all of the buildings from London, the number of trees that are there would technically make it a forest. Like, even our urban areas are very green. And there are little things like that, you know, butterflies and birds and the rustling of leaves and weeds, and we're approaching a fantastic time of the year for the UK, in my opinion anyway. Bluebells. I love bluebells. Bluebells are one of my favourite flowers, and around April time is when they just poof shoot up, and you need to know where to go looking. They're a protected plant, they need shady, quiet areas kind of thing. And I know where to go. I know 2 very good places to go to see them. And yeah, you know, little things. And I think we have to allow ourselves to enjoy these silly little things. Not everything has to be about being productive and putting on a brave face and you know what I mean, destinations, you know, journeys are about travel, you know, and the destination's important, but yeah, don't know how this stream turned into this. I know sometimes it ends up like this, doesn't it? Oh my goodness, I should probably call it and say, you know, let's end the stream. There you go, you see, and these little routines they ground us, and they can be kind of cheeky little things that we enjoy, especially if it's unhealthy food. Hey, enjoy life. Life is for living, as they say. And this tea is good. It's weird. It's such a weird tea, but it is good. But yeah, I'm gonna. This will be the last song. One thing I will say as well. One thing you enjoy, Delta, is that I think I can turn alcohol back to that subject into a glimmer again. So instead of it being this routine habit, I think it can turn into something that I really look forward to and enjoy again. Like, I didn't not enjoy it, but it was very much a case of, like, it was subconsciously expected of me to go and have a drink. Whereas now I can, yeah, we'll see how it goes. Early days. But yeah, thank you for supporting the channel, guys. Thank you for our little chat. I'm glad you guys like these don't really achieve much streams and then have a weird chat. I do. Especially when they happen organically, like they have. I will, of course, as I often do, thank my supporters. Everyone in the live chat, obviously. All of my adepts as well. I'll do them in the opposite order now. Hellfire, Sigma, Air Strudel, the Sextrillion, Darth Malek, and of course, remember Darth Malek, so many fucking gift memberships. He's a mad lad. Nakomi Summers, That Monocam, Necromancer, and Wouter. Thank you to all of my apprentices also for supporting the channel. You know what, little horn? I maybe would have once upon a time been kind of embarrassed to talk about things like this, or self-conscious, or worried that people wouldn't feel the same things the way I feel, but you know what? Life, it's a rich tapestry, and everyone has a different perception of it. It's like interpreting paintings by long dead masters. Everyone has their own opinion on it, and none of them are wrong. It's a very personal experience, and life is like that. It's very personal, but if we feel comfortable sharing it, maybe someone will feel uplifted. Maybe they will laugh at us and think that there's something, you know, not, I don't know, maybe they'll judge you for it. But you know what? Who gives a shit? So yeah, I think talking about these things, as embarrassing as they could be, or as weird and very personal as they could be, like my experience is very personal and therefore not shared by everyone. Who cares? Share it anyway. So yeah, maybe someone gets uplifted by it and also feels they're able to share more. Yeah, who knows? Boom rats! Definitely gotta have boom rats. So that's it for this stream. We did go over 3 hours. Just a lot of it was the outro. Thank you again. and we can regroup on Sunday. I know I've said this a couple of weeks in a row, which might be the last Sunday stream. But we'll see what happens, I guess. We'll see what happens. Oh, thank goodness for that, Pagey. Yeah, you're all right. Right then. I will catch you all on Sunday, and hopefully there'll be some Cobalt Core tomorrow. I need to record it tomorrow. It's too late to do that now. Be reading out all of the memories in order. Because I posted on the Discord, didn't I, that I was planning out, like, what was the chronological order of all the memories. So I'm going to go through all of memories in the chronological order, not the order that they were unlocked, or the order that they visually are. And then we're going to do another run, but with Cat, apparently. We'll see how things go. So until Sunday, or tomorrow, or whenever, take care of yourselves, and cheerio.